citizen, but you have a
I
green card.
see. Also, that means that, for example, if one had already filed for citizenship and the immigration has sort of like suspected something that's fraudulent, they can keep their green card even though they found something fraudulent when they applied for citizenship. They just will not give.
It depends on what additional steps the immigration service will take.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. And then at the same time, Attorney Golan, if, for example, they were given their U.S. citizenship, are they still subject to like, will there be still months of like probationary period when they can be examined or their documents be examined and then suddenly they can be denaturalized?
No, there's no probational
I see.
period. You become a citizen. You are a citizen.
I see.
But at any time in the future, the immigration service may reopen your case.
Oh.
If a year later or 10 years later they decide that they discovered the defect in your history.
Mm-hmm. Does it go to show that the green card application, the application for green card, is not as rigorous as the one when you apply for citizenship?
It is, but sometimes you get approved even though there is some defect.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it is a question of a judgment. The immigration officer who reviews your case for a green card, your application for a green card, makes one judgment decision. But the officer who reviews your application for citizenship 5 years later makes a different decision.
I see. Mm-hmm. We are in our last moments with Attorney Golan on immigration update on there. That means to say, Attorney Golan, that what would be the causes for denaturalization, by the way?
For denaturalization, that
yes.
you lied on your application for citizenship.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And immigration, the USCIS will keep all the records of all people, the applicants, all these years. How long do they keep them? Now I realize that they're encouraging the online application. So
there is a definite date until when they keep it.
I see. And you
and
also...
And the date is the second coming of Christ.
And Attorney Golan, you also have so many files of many of your clients. So because perhaps now the children will file for something, so you have to have a historical background of everything, correct? So they can go to you too for your files.
Well, still, there is a limit to the digging.
That's correct. That's right. That's a lot of digging, yes. Well, at least today we've had good news, and especially for the employment visa category. Finally, before we go to the visa bulletin, Attorney Golan, the confusion created by some people because of the news. They just heard that the embassy will be closing its particular office, perhaps the field office of immigration in some countries. And so you mentioned when you sent a note that it is not the embassy that's closing, it's the field office of the immigration office in the particular country, let's say in the Philippines. Is this true in the other countries as well? Did they close all the field offices of the immigration in those countries?
Well, I believe they closed most of them. Not all countries had a field office of immigration.
Oh, I see.
The field offices of immigration overseas were very few. Maybe eight or 10, in the whole world. Okay.
I see.
And there was a time before computers were so prevalent and before the internet was so efficient, that there was a point in keeping field office in different corners of the world. Today there is really no point in keeping those field offices.
Correct.
And they are closing them. But they don't close the embassies.
Right.
They don't close the consulate. and the processing of visas continues in a normal way.
By the way, is DACA still continuing? Is it suspended? And what are the visa categories that are not, now is not moving at all, and it's not wise for them to apply for it?
DACA is still continuing for
Okay.
those who already have.
I see.
Those who already have DACA. If you applied for DACA before Mr. Trump became president, you can renew your card. Okay? They do not accept new applications. So DACA continues for those who already have DACA. There was an attempt by the government to cancel TPS for different countries. The TPS is a special provision in the Philippines for some other countries, and also this is being blocked by the courts. So basically, not much has been changed. The only real change is that after many efforts, after 3 efforts actually, the government succeeded in implementing the travel ban on 6 Muslim countries. So this is implemented, and this creates a lot of heartache, a lot of grief to quite a few people.
Is there a family-based petition category still, Attorney Golan?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So it's not closed at all.
No category has been cancelled.
I see. All right. So that's a clarification.
No category has been cancelled, and there's absolutely no change in the immigration laws.